Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am back with my third episode of Economics in Action, and today's topic is quite different from the usual economics we used to talk about. Today I will be talking about socialism from the past to present and to the future in very brief. Until the 21st century, human civilization experienced many states of society. The civilization passed from the slavery system to feudalism and then to capitalism after the Industrial Revolution. Currently, we are practicing capitalism in its advanced form of neoliberalism. But after the advent of capitalism, human society went through a phase of another system called socialism. Socialism was the concept introduced by Marx and Engels via Marxism. Marxism manifested the idea of socialism, which was a path to communism. Marx's conception of socialism was the creation of a society that removes all obstacles to the full development of human beings. Marx predicted that the invention of machinery and automation would help the workers to gain full possibility for their development. But that was not the case. The workers were bound hand and foot to life for a single operation. For example, a single worker in a factory did the same job all day long over the years and years, which is still prevalent to the current time. This system hindered the development of any normal worker to its fullest, mentally and spiritually. So, based on the concept introduced by Marxism, many attempts were made to practice socialism. The most famous is the so-called real socialism practiced in the Soviet Union for about 7 decades. Although the ownership of resources and production was within the control of the state, the basic aim of socialism could not be achieved. It turned out to be a party-centric system, and the workers eventually turned out to be the slave of technology and autocracy. So they failed to achieve the state in which working people could grow without any social hindrances. So now the question arises regarding the socialism practice in countries like China, who proclaims the Chinese socialist model that will lead to communism. Despite the huge sum of state-owned companies' contribution to its GDP, socialism predicted by Marx is not practiced in China. The single party-centric system without general freedom for people, operation, and free market model is far from socialism. Similarly, the social democratic countries in Europe are also not socialist because they practice social reforms within the free market ecosystem rather than working for full social ownership of production. So, what is socialism in the present context, in the context of this century? Can it be achieved or not? Now, let's talk about what should the socialism in this present century be. Lately, the former president of Venezuela in 2007 presented a renewed vision to socialism that must be practiced. They are: everyone has an equal right to the use and benefits of the products of social brain and social hand to be able to develop his or her full potential. Similarly, everyone has the right to be able to develop his or her full potential and capacities through democracy, participation, and protagonism in the workplace and society. Everyone has the right to live in a society in which human beings and nature can be nurtured, a society in which we can develop our full potential in communities based upon cooperation and solidarity. In short, he proposed the elementary triangle of socialism that includes social property, social production, and satisfaction of social needs. So, what must be done to make socialism possible in the 21st century? A direct answer to this is we must adapt to the needs of the 21st century to practice socialism. Besides the class struggle, the contemporary issues are identity politics in developing countries and racial injustice in developed countries. So, experts suggest that class struggle should continue along with the struggle for identity and race. The working class movements must adapt to fight against injustice due to social hierarchy. The importance of turning the social surplus toward ending hunger and illiteracy and toward addressing fundamental problems of social and economic life should be emphasized, such as the catastrophe of the climate and endemic joblessness. Many other minute tasks have been suggested to develop a system for the working class. Let's explore a few of them. Productivity must be raised to the highest possible level, which is possible by automation, mechanization, and computerization. This would help to reduce the load of heavy monotonous work for the workers, and greater opportunities for creative activity pops out. The material and spiritual needs of humans should be met, which most of the people are missing in the contemporary system. A unified internationalist human community must be formed by flourishing the national cultures and eradicating the anti-humanitarian nationalist agendas. Lastly, the discrimination between manual and non-manual labor must be minimized and then removed. So, the intellectualization of manual labor and rationalization of mental work is necessary so that manual labor would also develop some creativity and white-collar workers would not lose the ability to work with their hands. Well, a significant amount of investment is required to develop these systems, and it does not seem impossible. For the past 70 years, the wealthy have been in tax and investment strike and have accumulated huge capital. They have tens of trillions of dollars hidden in the tax haven because they refuse to pay. So, a struggle against the system is inevitable to use this hidden money to develop social equality, which would lead to complete development of the individual, to successfully combine spiritual wealth, moral purity, and physical perfection. This system needs a long practice and struggle against the existing system, so it cannot directly be exclaimed that neoliberalism would lead to socialism. To achieve socialism in the 21st century, contemporary issues should be addressed, and it needs a long practice, unlike the political revolt in the past leading to anarchism. This is it for today. Thank you everyone, have a good time and stay blessed.